So, welcome back to From the Roots Up, where we followed Hickory FC's magical, whatever superlative you want to call it, the season this past year, where we have chronicled, right? We have chronicled Hickory FC's meteoric rise from match by match, trophy by trophy, and we've got 4 trophies now. I think they need to build a bigger trophy case at this point. But, from the grind of the regular season, intensity of the playoffs, to lifting the trophy at the final in front of our we did have a good number of traveling supporters, which was amazing. And lifting that trophy in front of them, I'm sure, was amazing. But before we get started into this amazing episode with Tomy, I've got to thank, of course, our friends at Barley Market, who were normally there. And we were there.
We were there.
When we did this before.
Yeah.
Got to thank Jeremy at Barley Market, and of course our man Lenny behind the camera, Chris Von Drill that does all of our graphics, and you'll actually get to see a new intro. I think on this episode when it releases. Thank him, and I've forgotten to do it before, but I've got to thank Jay Brown for letting us use his office whenever Barley Market is not available to us. So I've got to thank him as well. So let's get started, man. Let's get started with Tomy.
Yeah, so today, obviously, spoiler alert, we know who it is, but we've got the pleasure to have the man who knows a little thing or two about clutch moments in Hickory FC's history. He's been here since season 1, a nice OG guy. But, man, is he known for those late game, heart-stopping, last-minute game winners, whether it's the App FC Southeastern Conference Final, the acrobatic goal against Ristosi, or even just the last goal of the year that put it away for us. He's been through all those moments, but as much as I love describing that, I have to save the formal introduction to the man who gave him his very special nickname. So, Gavin, take it away.
I don't know if I gave it to him. Like that's awful. Like I bestow upon you. No, but it's my pleasure. And they said in the episode that unfortunately we lost that I was fangirling over Tomy, and I'm going to try not to do that this time. But I can't promise you anything. But it is my pleasure, and you already know him, to welcome again the Argentine assassin himself, Mr. Tomas Pollacchi.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for having me again. It's a pleasure, and as always, really nice to stay with you guys and talk about everything like we've been doing for a long time.
Absolutely, yeah. And I know this. We've got an hour, I guess, hard cut on the episode, but I know we could go much longer than an hour.
Yeah.
And maybe we need to start like a Patreon where we have like a longer conversation. But so let's start with the big picture. And you've been here since last year, since season 1, so you've got a ton of experience, both with the community as at large and with Hickory FC. So if you were to compare like your first year versus your second year, was there anything that felt different about this season as opposed to your first?
No, I think the program, not the program, but the things that Carlos had for us was pretty much the same. The focus was in what we wanted to. That was the national tournament. We did some different things, starting from recruiting and making sure that every single player was going to be until the last game. As different as last year that we lost after our conference final, we lost half of our team. So that's a huge difference from last year to this one. And outside of the field, outside of the pitch, everything grow. Last year was everything really good. We got everything in the community involved, all the people around that we got. That was really nice. And this year was even better and in a higher demand, because when you do well, people start following, people start liking the sport, or bringing more friends or family. And I think that we earned that, and it was really nice that we had it this year, and hopefully can keep going for the rest of the years of Hickory.
Yeah. No, it's funny you kind of mentioned something, kind of talking about the fans and the excitement growing. So I'm kind of curious, I just thought of this. So I'm kind of curious, what were your kind of thoughts and feelings between that first and second season? Because I know personally, and it was kind of a sentiment that was shared between a lot of the supporters, was, it felt like that first season was cut too short. It felt like every game we were growing, we were playing better, we had more fans, and then it just was like kind of ripped away from us. So I know all that off season from the first season to the second season, it was like we couldn't wait. So what was it like as a player? Kind of, was it similar? What were you guys' thoughts?
Well, talking about the football, it was different for us because as soon as I finished, I had 2 weeks, and then I came back to play my last season in college. So soccer ways, until December, January, I was pretty busy, not thinking about it, just focusing on my college season, my senior season. But then from January on, it was, I want this moment to come back because I had so many good memories. And like you say, it was cut short because maybe some small details that we need to do better. And that was the importance and the big difference, like I say, of making sure everybody was going to be until the last time. But yeah, we felt that, and from last year, we saw a big improvement from the first game until the last one. And for me, it was like, how is it going to be this year? It's going to be the same. Maybe it's going to stuck in 4,000, 3,000 like it was the last couple games last year. But then seeing every single game breaking record, that's amazing. And like we say, I see this team going really high, and most likely the community, because it was growing, and we saw it on the final. Like we say on the live stream, it was a record for the NPSL of views, and imagine if the game was here, the people that would
we think about that on a daily basis.
Well, it was
the potential.
Well, it had to happen. It had to happen.
No, it is. Now, kind of going into that second season, starting in January as you're getting ready to go into season, how did your kind of role as a player, whether on or off the field, was it different? Did it change, or was it kind of just business as usual? You were like, all right, we know what we did wrong last year. Did anything change, whether for you, your job, your role, anything like that?
No, for me it was the same. Prepare myself to do my best. I kept training with my school. My coach allowed me to stay with them as I was a captain, and the team was also short. I was helping them, and they were helping me, of course. So I just prepared myself for those moments, for the season that was coming, knowing that we were going to have really good players. So it was going to be a difficult season for me because, of course, you always need to fight for the position. But we knew it was good players or better players were coming. So it put something in yourself that you need to improve, you need to get better, and you need to do better to play. So just trying to train every single day, stay in shape, and do my best to be on the best performance when the season comes.
I think it worked out very well. Even though this year maybe was more of a super sub role, but if there's ever a super sub roles, you definitely filled that. And when you're talking about memories just a minute ago, and even ripping the season last year away from us, I still feel like this season was ripped away. Even though we won it all, it's still short, and it's I want more, I need more, Yeah. But memories, man, you've given us plenty of memories to that will live on forever and live on through the history of the club, which is amazing. But so at what point this year, and I guess this is kind of a off the wall question maybe, and I don't know if you ever did at any point in the season, but was there a point in the season where you're thinking man, we could win it all? It's possible.
Well, like you say, this season fell short. But if you look back, we played 4 games and we won 3 trophies. So that part you say, oh, it was short, but before we play almost 15 games before those 4 that took you to the 3 trophies. And coming back to your question, we prepare ourselves since day one, game by game, and that was our main focus. The next game, the next game, the next game, the next game. If we were able to performance our best on the next game, well, then we will think in the next one, and in the next one. And we were competing. We were around 32, 35 players competing at 100% every single day. And that's when you see, until the last day of practice, here we were around 26 players. That's crazy for a summer team, because we were talking about August 1st, where some players had to come back to school, some other had maybe wanted to go home because they weren't from here, and until the last day we were 26 fighting for every single position. And that's when you see like a championship team, because you fight in practice. Mm-hmm. And then there is a saying that the trophies are win in the weeks, and you just go to the game to lift it. Yeah. So I think that was our season and our main focus, game by game, and just do our best during the week. So then Saturday we just go and perform.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's funny that you mentioned that, because I didn't even think about it. We talked to Jonathan, and he said to us several times, how coming into the season they had so many players of high caliber that they knew they had a good squad. And he said several times, he was like, I didn't envy Carlos Rubio's position, because he's like, how do you decide? But when you describe it like this, I'm thinking Rubio's probably thinking the exact opposite. He's like, I've got all these incredible players, and now they're working even harder because they got to push each other. And so that you guys play even better. And then not even that, usually when there's like a hyper competitive atmosphere, it can like tear people apart. But you guys always looked like you had a blast. You always looked like you had so much fun. It like everything just like built even better. So it's like you had great players that were all pushing each other to be the best they could, and everyone was having a great time. It's like, how can you have a more perfect scenario?
Yeah.
Like you guys look like you're such a good group of friends, and it's so like infectious. And I mean, I hope it's all real. I mean, you guys look like you all were super good friends and pushed each other. And it was that, do you feel that a lot in practice? Like,
yeah,
like
practice. Like I say, we were all living, or most of us living at the same place, and that makes a difference. We were all hanging out together after practice the whole day, doing all together. Going to practice, have fun. If there was a fight there, it's done. We go home, have lunch, have dinner. That problem was done. What happened at the field, stay at the field. Now switch your mind. Next page. Let's keep going, keep rolling. And that was the whole season. I mean, we were all like you say, a group, just sitting outside, talking, going to the pool, going to eat to somebody else's house, and we made a group of friends that we actually kept in touch. Today is Leo's birthday, and most of everybody was texting on the group chat, "Happy birthday, Leo!" Yeah. And it's been 2 months, and you say, well, 2 months you don't talk to anybody else, and there you have it. Most of everybody was like wishing Leo happy birthday, and that's something that is most important for me, because you won the national tournament, yes, great, but who is the people that you won it with? And it's these people that we still in touch. I mean, I talk most of every single day with Alvaro, Guille, Emi, Adolfo. We have a group chat where we are like talking the whole day, Danny, and I follow, now that I have more time, I follow everybody. I know when Leo plays, I know when Juanpa plays, Emi, Guille, try to watch their games. So, and they do the same. They are asking, hey, how do you do? How many goals you score? And that's the most important thing. And that's why I'm really glad and more than the trophy.
I like that that's become the thing now. It's like, oh, how many goals did you guys score? How many? Like, oh, now that you guys are all on your separate places, they're like, oh, I scored this many. And it's funny because, like, looking back, like, talking about this retrospectively, it seems like a recipe for success. It's perfect. It's what a perfect scenario for everyone. So it's really cool to, like, hear about, because these are the little things, like, we don't really think about, until we talk to you about it and we start thinking about it. So I think that's really cool. And now it's like, well, yeah, of course we want everything. We have the perfect team. We had everything set up.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous myself. Do you need a couple of podcasters hanging out with you? Like, I want to hang out with you guys.
Well, you guys are always invited. You have the podcast with Jonathan. I hope he told you guys, but he was the one that was seen in first person every time at the locker room. Like, even the game against it was Port City, the one that we didn't play. We stay inside, like, at the locker room until 10 p.m. and we were like all together just playing outside, like playing like little kids all at the basketball court, waiting for a semifinal. And you're like, well, we're waiting, but we just play, just have fun, like basketball, playing softball, baseball, doing whatever we want, just listening to music, waiting there. It's like a group of friends, and we were about to play a semifinal.
They were all messing around playing basketball, and they were still ready to whoop Port
Yeah.
City. I don't care what any of those salty Port City fans say. I'll leave it at that. But kind of to bring us to our next topic here, I think you've kind of developed this persona of just being the guy that puts away these massive goals when it matters the most. So kind of bring us to our next section. Kind of started off, is there a goal out of all the goals you've scored that's maybe like your most personal favorite or most memorable? Is there one you're laying in bed and you're refreshing on Instagram over and over?
Yes.
Well, I think we will agree with the app goal. Of course, the one in the national final was the context and everything, but I think against app at home with our people, our community, the whole team, their rival, the result, the trophy, everything, like we were talking in the other podcast, that it was in our mind that it's really difficult to beat that team 3 times in a row in less than 2 months. So for the old guys, the ones that were here last year, were like, oh, this is not, that was something in our head. I think that was the thing that got me more nervous about it. Not like the game, no, just that external thing that was in our mind, like in 2 or 3 minds, that we didn't say anything. It was just Martin, me, John, and the guys that were here last year that were like, whoa, this happened last year. Like, they beat us 2 times, and then we beat them in the final. So what if this happened again? We beat them 2 times, and now they beat us in the final. So it was kind of a rough moment, but I think that was my best goal that I will stay with, and like the celebration with the whole team. Like, everybody was there, everybody on the field, people going crazy. Minute 118, crazy.
Yeah, that was. I mean, obviously that's my favorite goal because not only because I got to call it on the stream and we went absolutely nuts, but it was insane. Like, that we had just, I think when Mickey, or was it Charlie? I think Charlie
plays to
Charlie.
Robbie.
Yeah. So Charlie passed to
Robbie to Diego, and Diego crossed.
Right. Yeah. And we had, I think, as soon as Charlie kicked the ball, we were talking about going to penalties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And as soon as that happened, it was Diego to the man, and then the rest is history. And like I don't know. That's one of those goals that you just watch on YouTube that it just, like, it brings chills every time.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know. It's like a storybook ending. But if we, and I think that goal, not only that goal, but that kind of started like the trend of scoring winners in all of the playoff games, which is wild. But if we go to the Rastosi game after that, that was also a match winner. Mm-hmm. A a little bit different.
Yeah,
a little bit different.
Little
maybe
bit.
maybe not so enjoyable for you
Yeah.
after the fact, but like let's talk about that because I've gone back and looked at Chris Vondrell's pictures, and he did like a shot by shot of that goal, and it's pretty wild to see, you know, wide eyes getting the, you know, kicking the ball, but then like, oh no, wide eyes getting ready to clatter into the keeper.
Yeah, to crush the keeper. In those moments, it's like you going 100%, and you don't care who is in front of you. You just, and I think I expect the goalkeeper to come out and maybe crash, but I didn't expect that hard. And coming back, watching some of the pictures and the video, it's not saying that he did it on purpose, but it looks like he jumps to me. And well, when I finished with my left foot, so now my run was going to my right side. I'm like, okay, the goalkeeper is standing there. I'm going away from him. And all of a sudden, I'm like, turning around on the ground. So it's a difficult moment. He's coming like with a high speed. I'm going with a high speed, and we just crash. But yeah, it's crazy. It was the only ball that I touched in the game. I came out in minute 68, 67, and came out to the field in minute 74. It was that. And you say, well, you score, yeah, but I mean, it's just one ball that I touch, I score, and then you are like, well, we are in a national semifinal. I don't want to come out, but I got dead leg. Couldn't walk, and couldn't walk for the whole week either.
Yeah, so that kind of like not able to practice, getting hurt, like going into a national final, like that's a big blow and big deal. And I'm sure you probably kind of were you know, feeling down and
I was feeling a little bit down, but I knew I was gonna do whatever I had to play that game. I Sunday rest, Monday rest. Tuesday was the first day that between Tuesday and Wednesday was the first day I could put some weight on my leg, because Monday I couldn't walk. I was just going all with my right, and like couldn't extend my knee fully. It was swollen, all my quad, my knee. The same with on Tuesday, that was going a little bit down. Wednesday I tried to jog around, pass a little bit the ball, just do some stuff, and then Thursday do some practice and fly. And Friday was the only day that I practiced, but it was a match day -1, so we didn't do much. We were also at their place in a turf that it doesn't help, because it's like a hard supervise that my knee wasn't, ready for a hard supervise, so I was feeling a little bit weird on my knee. It was like going off because of the liquid that I had down there. And then Saturday, Carlos texts me like, you ready? Like, can you play? Like, yeah, I'm going to. I don't care. I'm going to. And yeah, I put the hot ice on my leg like 4 times before coming in less than 30 minutes. I put it 4 times, and when I came in, I just, let's do it.
Well, we're thankful you played.
yeah, and actually the first ball again, 1v1. The first ball is that I touch is a long ball from Juanpa and go to the goalkeeper, and that was a PK that they didn't call. They didn't call, and he also kicked me on my left foot, the one that it was hurt. So I was like, oh.
They're coming after you from the start, man.
Yeah, and he was telling me that he was coming after me. So it was fun.
So how far into the week were you kind of like unsure? Was there like a day when you're like, okay, I think I'm going to be able to play this game, or was it up until that Friday where you were like, day by day?
I was personally, I didn't know until the scout Saturday morning. I thought I was going to stay out, not even rest for the game. But then Carlos texted me and asked me how I was, and I gave him the confidence, and I think he got the confidence on me to do what he asked me for. So, yeah, I think it was like that same Saturday. I was unsure if I was going to play or not.
Wow. So now, battered, he's getting battered and bruised by these El Farolito players, and he said, you know what, doesn't even stop me. Still manages to put it away. Now, if I recall, it was the pass from Harry, right?
Yes, yeah.
That long. Tell me what you saw. Did you see open space? And
you have to shout out Harry, because what a ball!
Yeah, that was
it
great.
was
On the run too,
Harry.
like
On
he
the
was
run and
full
ball.
speed. Yeah, it was an impressive pass.
Yeah. So, no, I'm left foot, and there is a joke always with Carlos and Jorge with I don't kick with my right foot. Sometimes they're right. But yeah, it's just when I had the ball, I saw the defender coming at me, and I had the ball in my control. So I knew that if I was going to take my touch and get it to my left foot, I was going to get away from him because he was coming flying. So he wasn't going to be able to stop because I was going straight. And that is what happened. I take my touch a little bit behind so he can come forward, and then I was in the middle of the goal. It was just place it in one corner and let the ball do the rest, go in.
And I loved it because I think, if I remember correctly, you kept the keeper just was flat-footed. He didn't even move.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful because I also think, was it Diego that he knew it was a goal? I think as soon as you took the touch on your right foot.
It was Emi and Danny. They both were warming up. Yeah.
Put their hands up and they knew it was a goal.
Yeah, they were right there, right next to the bench. So it was really really nice to also celebrate with them over there. So yeah, it was.
I know I was kind of jealous that we weren't able to go out there to see it in person.
Well, we appreciate the support, and you guys know that, and it, like we say, it had to happen there for a reason.
Yeah.
So
it was. I mean, we did go nuts at Barley Market.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we heard that. We saw videos. We heard that.
It was fun, and seeing the NPSL repost it too. You knew they appreciated the crazy support.
Yeah.
So it was really fun. I think everyone there enjoyed it too. So it was cool. Now you're scoring all these clutch last minute goals. How does that happen? Is that something that you've always had, growing up? Are you the guy that always just put it away at the end, or is this just something that you've kind of grown into? Tell us about that.
It's something that you never work for those moments. You just work for 90 minutes, and this season was different to all my last 7 seasons that I had playing football, because I was always a starter, and this season I came and started 1-2 games, and then I was just subbing in. So it was different, and also mentally to prepare, because you always want to start the game. You always want to play 90 minutes. So it was different, but you practice for 90 minutes to be ready for those moments. So it's like we said at the beginning. We knew that what we were doing in practice, then we will have to transfer to the game, and that was one of the moments.
Yeah.
And
did your opinion on being kind of like a super sub change? Do you like taking advantage of these defenders who've been running for 90 minutes, and you're like, oh, I can take advantage of them, or how was that? Because I'm sure it's a lot to deal with, like you said, going from starting to now being a sub, but that didn't stop you a bit. That's such a good mentality to have, and that's so impressive. So many people would lose that spot and be like, I'm done with this, but you capitalized on it and you took it to your advantage, and here we are. So tell me about that. Kind of just changing to a sub. Did you grow to like being? I mean, I'm sure no one likes not being starting, but taking advantage of the defenders when they're tired, or was there aspects of your game you changed?
Well, it's tough because you can say that defenders are tired, but it's the moments that they are focused the most as well. And the game is, maybe you came in a minute 70, 75. The game has been already playing a rhythm that you are not in. You don't know what to expect. You don't know if you're going to touch the ball at all. Because maybe you need to defend for 15 minutes and you don't even shoot. So it's difficult. You never prepare for that. But like we were talking, the team that we had, everybody was knowing their position, and there was a point where I knew what my position was. I was coming out from the bench, and maybe 15, 20 minutes, 30, 45, and trying to make an impact when, like you say, they were tired or the results weren't coming. But you always want to start the game. You never want to be a sub, because maybe the first 5-10 minutes they are not focused, and you can score in those first 5-10 minutes, and then you don't score in the whole game. So it's those difference, but you don't prepare for those moments. They come and you just capitalize.
Yeah. And I feel like your moments, especially this year, it's not been by coincidence. I mean, as a forward and a striker, like, you're supposed to put yourself in position to score the goals, and you certainly have done that. So it's not by coincidence. It's preparation, mentality, all that stuff. So if we can kind of dig into your mentality and preparation as you've, I mean, you say I gave him the name, but I think he's kind of earned it as the Argentine assassin this year. But how do you prepare necessarily mentally and physically for big matches like the conference final, the national final, or semifinal? Do you have like a specific pregame routine? Anything that you would do to help you prepare?
Well,
besides the yerba mate, obviously.
Yeah. Well, it was. Thankfully, we had all the games besides the final at home, so that was a huge advantage for us, because we were like the day of the game, we just woke up, drink mate, eat, watch a movie, watch a TV show with the guys in the living room, just relax there until like 2-3 that we were going up to to LR to watch film, and then from 3 until 5-6 that we were coming out to the field, we were just there drinking mate, playing cards, talking, walking around. Like, you didn't see this, but we were like just walking around, going to the VIP, walking around the stadium, just like killing time, but it's having fun all together there. And yeah, you always have a routine, but I think our routine was every day the same, doing that, but we never followed the same thing. We did follow some stuff, because we are like that. That was just who was drinking mate, who was serving mate, playing cards, and then who like Lucho and I, we were always, because he's 18, I'm 19, and we were sitting right next to each other, and every time that we were coming to the locker room, they were switching our spots, so we were like going back to our spot, sitting right next to each other. So those small things that for us matter, and we're like, well, I'm this right spot. But other than that, no many things that you say. Some people might do yoga in the morning. Some people just have 10 minutes of listening to a song or focus by themselves. My main focus was just being with the boys and being like seeing them that they were focused and we were all on the same page.
Yeah. Now you kind of answered my next question, but when you start at the beginning of the season, just regular season or even friendly games, and you make your way up to these more intense games, the stakes are getting higher. Does that pregame ritual change, or is it just kind of we're still doing the same thing? We're still just vibing with the guys, and it's like whether it's a friendly, a regular season match, or national championship, whatever, we're still just doing our thing.
Doing our thing, yeah. Yeah. Even for the final, it's crazy. The national final, we were in the lobby the night before playing a game, Istanbul guys, the whole team playing there, and you see like Carlos came out and like these guys are just playing a game, and like before, and then we play Mafia. I think is the game that we were all playing before eating dinner before a game, and Saturday morning the same. After breakfast, all playing Istanbul guys there at the hotel, and then before the game, we were all playing Istanbul guys before having lunch and having the scout. So that's how we were like, where you can say how was the team connected. We were all playing the same game on our phone, screaming at each other, playing before like 3 hours away from the national final.
Yeah.
So what else? I mean, it's there when you know that, yeah, if this or they is, I mean, look at us. We're just having fun.
Yeah.
We are like a bunch of kids having fun, and that's what you need. Like, there was no pressure for us, no pressure at all.
Yeah, I don't think there was any way that you guys were losing that game, not at all.
Yeah.
So, and this kind of like we've got a surprise, I guess. So with this next question, so who on the team pushes you the most in training?
Well, I have a bunch of guys because we all support each other all together. But I would say Leo had a good. We had a really good moment where it was when I started knowing that I wasn't going to start every game, but he came to me after one game that I felt that I didn't play well, and he started talking to me and he pushed me to do better, and not to do better but to keep going because they all support me, and it's when I felt really special and I started having a really good connection with him. That let's see if he answers right now.
and as you mentioned, today is his birthday.
It's his birthday, so everybody say happy birthday to Leo.
We all still did it.
So let's see if he answers. If no, let's see.
The birthday
Leo!
man!
Happy birthday!
Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
He's got his shirt on.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We are talking about you right now.
We asked him who pushed him the most in training and made him a better player this season, and you were the answer.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Such a compliment, huh?
You remember?
Such a compliment.
You remember
I'm
at
missing
Christian
you guys.
Academy?
I'm missing you guys.
You remember at Christian Academy when you talked to me after the game?
Oh, I remember. I told you. Yeah. There was a private conversation. If you allow, I can share.
Yeah, of course. That's.
Yeah, I told Tomy that he was probably the best player in the team, and he would be like so important for the whole season. He couldn't like stop thinking about it and kind of put the heads down and stuff. And that's what he did during the season. And I mean, he scored the most important goal in the club, so it was worth it.
So you can take some credit for the goals then, for all 3 goals.
I don't think so. I'll be humble and say that it was all Tommy's effort.
Yeah, but you also help. Those words meant a lot to me.
Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm happy that you were saying that. I'm missing you guys.
Miss
We miss you too.
Yeah.
You too. Well, go have fun with your family.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Let me show them. They're here. I'm showing you around.
Oh.
I'm showing you around.
Happy birthday, mate.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Thank you.
For the call. I miss you all.
Miss you all.
Miss you too, buddy.
See you.
See you.
There you go.
Now, I mean, I think this speaks for itself, but I mean, the chemistry between the teammates is like it's so obvious. You know, you guys are all such. I mean, we could harp on this over and over, but like, what about that makes you guys play so well together? Do you think it's the chemistry makes you like you guys just have more fun, or what about it kind of helps you like play better together when you connect like that?
When you have fun, it's everything goes your way. We were having fun, of course, focusing on the big trophy, but we were having fun, just enjoying having a good day at the office and going to practice. You knew you were going to have fun and enjoy with your friends, and it was like a brotherhood that we had over there all together. So that makes everything easier. When you go and enjoy what you do, it's much easier, and like you said, it seems with the trophies.
I think a lot of that chemistry comes from being part of Hickory, both the club itself and the community as a whole. So if we can kind of talk about life off of the pitch a little bit, and the fan support has grown immensely from last year to this year, and we talked about breaking records and so forth. What's it like playing in front of a crowd? Seemingly, they weren't sellouts. It seemed like they were close. I mean, the stadiums was full this season quite a bit. So, what's it like playing in front of that many people?
Well, it's when you're there, you connecting with your teammates, trying to connect with your coach because you don't hear anything. And that's a really good environment. And it actually felt weird when the band wasn't there, that we could hear Carlos really easily, and we could hear everything was happening there. So it was weird playing in that environment. And but the support is the most important thing, because when you have that people supporting you, you play with like 6,000 people extra. It's the 11 that are playing, plus the people that is on the bench, plus all the fans that are pushing us to get the result. And they were pushing us in a good way, of course, to do better and to do good. And that was the most. And you wanted to do good for all the people that was supporting us. And that's the most meaningful thing for the team and for us.
As a follow-up to that, the moment that you scored against App and everybody went nuts, did you even hear people going crazy, or were you just kind of locked into that moment? Because I know you I think you started to run one way and then you ran towards Carlos and the
yes,
sideline. And
I had to run towards Carlos because the game before against Bristol, we were warming up and I kick a ball and away, and he had to get a little bit dirty to grab the ball, and he came back all with his hands dirty, and the ball dirty, and he was like, "You owe me a goal," and I couldn't score that game, and the next goal was Salman's. So I was like, "This one is for you," and I told him, and when I go to Carlos, he's the first one that I heard. Then I don't hear anything because I had everybody on top of me screaming, going crazy, and then when I came out of all that, everybody was going back to their spot. It was people calmed down a little bit, but I got a video from the Champions Club. It's crazy.
Oh yeah,
it's a video from a person. It's Juanpa's girlfriend, and she recorded 10 seconds before I score. So she started the video before the cross, and she kept going. So you can, it's crazy. I'll show it to
the
you
noise,
guys.
it's iconic. The sound the crowd make, and it was. I mean, it's inevitable though. It was 118 minutes of just intensity, stress. Just
yeah.
It felt like it just erupted, and I will remember that sound in that moment for a long time, because it was just I think we've said it before, but it was like a movie. The sound was perfect, the reaction, the run to the team, it was all it was beautiful.
Yeah.
But we've kind of talked about, you've been a part of some of the, if not the biggest moments in the club's short history so far, and I definitely think that'll be solidified for a long time. But kind of now, I guess moving forward, I guess we could start off, 10 years from now, what are you going to remember about these seasons? What's going to be your memory of that, whether personally, professionally, any of those?
Well, talking about sport, it's of course the goals, but most likely the people that I met, the friends I made, that's what I'm gonna remember the most. I just called Leo, and you can see how we were talking. It's his birthday, and he answered the phone. And if I can do the same with some other guys, and I think we will keep in touch for a long time. And that's the most meaningful thing for me. and the community, of course. The families are still texting us, invite us to their houses. All those things are what I'm gonna remember the most.
What does Hickory, not only the club, but what does the community mean to you?
Right now, a lot. It's been hard for me lately about soccer or football, playing and trying to win a trophy. And it was actually, I graduated in May, finished my soccer career, coming to Hickory, winning the national tournament was like a closure for my college career, my soccer career, and it means a lot that I was here, being the second year, the community, the families, the friends, because we made a lot of family here, and that's all that I have.
So now you mentioned the closure. So tell everyone what's next for Tomy, the Argentine assassin.
Well, now I'm taking a break with soccer, just helping coaching and trying to prepare for next year to see what is next. Of course, wanting to get back into the pitch and play. It was a good time to stop. After that, I didn't want to, but it was the moment. So my body also needed after those couple hits. So yeah, just taking a little rest and coaching because that's my passion. That's what I want to do in a future. I want to be a coach. So I'm just getting some experience and trying to grow on that part, and like I know that's gonna help me as a player in the future as well.
I'll tell you what, from Moretz here to Boone to Bristol to Charlotte to San Francisco, all the way out there, it's been one amazing season, amazing ride. To watch you score probably the 3 biggest goals in club history and cement yourself as a club legend. You've definitely cemented yourself in club history. I think I'm not wrong in saying that.
Yeah, no, you've given Hickory fans memories for decades. I'm sure we've talked to, I think it was on Jonathan's episode, building a club that will provide for kids and families and experiences and those moments that we've been harping about for good reason. Those are going to be the moments that people remember. So we appreciate you for that, and I'm sure Gavin feels the same way, but we're super excited to see what's next for you as a player, as a coach. I'm sure we'll all be following along in your journey. So,
Thank you.
Definitely. I know we've seen you at LR already coaching, so we're excited to even to know you. We're just excited for that. So, I got to thank again. I think that's all we've got this evening with Tomy. I appreciate you being here 100%. Got to thank Barley Market, Lenny, Chris Vondrell, Jay Brown, before I run out of time.
We're getting the
wrap it up.
Yeah.
But again, the Argentine assassin himself, Mr. Tomy Pollacchi, cannot thank you enough for being here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me again, of course, and for doing this again. And I really enjoy this moment. Let me thank all the community, all the families, especially for my family, the Cox family, that they've been my host family this year, and they were like a huge part of this as well. And all the community for having the voice. It's a huge impact that you made on the team that maybe you don't see it, but we really appreciate all the families that support the players.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's what the community means to the players, and that's great to have that connection. I always forget to do this, but please like, comment, subscribe on the videos. Let's talk football. Let's talk Hickory FC. Let's talk the goals that this man scored for us this year. But I guess our tagline, if you will, stay loud, stay proud, and keep growing from the roots up.
Up the trees.
Up the trees.